Alright, let's do this. Hi, my fellow YouTubers. It's your favorite video producer here, and today we are going to talk about one of the most talked about movies of 2019, Parasite. Let me just say, this movie is the definition of a wild ride. It's like a roller coaster that starts off slow but then takes you on a journey you never expected. If you haven't seen it yet, then beware of spoilers ahead. But if you have, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. The first thing that comes to mind when I think about Parasite is how it made me feel like I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. I mean, from the very beginning, you're thrown into this world where the Kims, a poor family, are trying to make a living by conning their way into working for the wealthy Park family. And let's talk about the Parks for a second. They're the epitome of rich people in movies, with their big house, fancy cars, and clueless attitudes. But what's even more hilarious is how they're portrayed as gullible and easily manipulated, which makes the Kim's plan even more plausible. The Kim's plan to infiltrate the Park family is so outrageous that it's actually funny. From faking their qualifications to pretending to be unrelated family members, it's a constant game of how far will they go. And when they finally succeed in getting all four of them employed by the Parks, it's a moment of triumph that's both satisfying and a little bit scary. But then, just when you think everything is going to plan, the movie takes a turn for the unexpected. Remember that underground bunker the Parks had built as a safety precaution? Yeah, well, turns out there's someone living down there, and it's the former housekeeper who was fired by the Parks. The introduction of the former housekeeper and her husband adds a whole new layer of craziness to the movie. They're like the Kims, but even more desperate and manipulative. And when they reveal the secret underground bunker to the Kims, it's like all hell breaks loose. The scene where the Kims and the former housekeeper's family are fighting for control of the bunker is both hilarious and terrifying. It's like watching a bunch of rats fighting over a piece of cheese, but with higher stakes. And when the Parks come home early from their camping trip, it's like the final nail in the coffin for the Kim's plan. The climax of the movie is so intense that it's hard to describe without spoiling too much, but let's just say that it involves a lot of blood, a lot of running, and a lot of unexpected twists. It's like the director, Bong Joon-ho, was determined to keep us on our toes until the very end. And speaking of Bong Joon-ho, can we just take a moment to appreciate his genius? The way he weaves together humor, suspense, and social commentary in this movie is nothing short of amazing. He's like the Quentin Tarantino of Korean cinema, and I can't wait to see what he comes up with next. In conclusion, Parasite is a wild and crazy ride that's both funny and terrifying. It's a movie that will make you question your own morals and values, while also keeping you entertained from beginning to end. So, if you haven't seen it yet, what are you waiting for? Go watch it now and prepare to have your mind blown. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next week.